should be back with you in a sec. Drop me a message once it's there. Might just take a second for me to catch up with you. And whilst that was reconnecting, silly internet, I've just been working on our arrival. So, are you all back with me? I hope. Are we still okay, guys, hopefully that's the end of those problems. I should be back with you. Oh, what a pain. What a pain. Oh, let's hope some of you can get back over to us, because I think we timed out far too long on YouTube, so we've actually come into a second stream now. That's annoying. So I think we're back. Lots of you are telling me we're back. We must be back. Anyway, we've got an approach briefing to crack on with. Which I would have done by now. So I'm going to have to rough through this. Yeah, so if anyone's just re-spinning around, refresh the page and we should be back with you. How annoying. Never mind. Hopefully all is good. Hopefully all should be good. And you'll pop over and join us again in a sec. So we're currently over the English channel still. VATSIM also disconnected as well. Alright guys, this is annoying to say the least. Occasionally we get a slight issue, but nothing as bad as this. So I think we're back with you again for the 4th time. VATSIM appears to be connected. Flight fan, do a spot check on the kids. Make sure they're in bed. Yeah, no, I'm almost certain they are. Threw them there myself. Eurocontrol West is probably going to be shouting at me in a minute. East Pursley refresh, because we've had some connection issues tonight. I bet it's Sky. It'll be Sky Broadband or Fibre slowing me down. Do we have snakes on the plane? I hope not. Oh, right, well, you've missed the boarding part of the flight. We're nearly at our top of descent. Let's quickly get some weather. Simon, 4th time's a charm. Let's hope so. How long is it going to last for? That is the question. I honestly don't know what's causing it. All joking aside, the actual internet is absolutely fine in here, so I'm wondering if it's the PC's Wi-Fi adapter. It has to be Wi-Fi, as I have no way of getting a cable into this office. Nick, you've got me on VATSPY as well, so we're definitely there. That's good to know. Now, when's Eurocontrol going to be yelling at me to join them? Let's have a quick look. In fact, we should probably... Do you know what? They might not even talk to me, as I'm not going to be in their service for very long. Top of descent will start in a moment. Andy, good evening. Okay, well, hopefully you guys are all with me now, and we won't have to try and reconnect in the middle of landing. How annoying would that be? Oh, let's print that out and then we can pop that in. So obviously the flight continued whilst the stream dropped. The flight continued, we're still here. It's not like the simulator paused at all. It is annoying, however, though, that the stream has now been split into parts 1 and 2. But never mind. It is what it is. Okay, so let's do our descent briefing in a moment. Basically, nice and straightforward actually. Coming in via the Bobza 9 Echo arrival. We want to be at Benar flight level 130, then Sotib flight level 100, and then we basically continue on heading from there to intercept the ILS. Platform altitude 3,000 feet, minimum safe altitude 3,200 feet, minimum descent altitude 477, and our missed approach is 2,000 feet. So we're going to start that descent now to flight level 130. We of course have to do that in VS speed. The rapper, if your screen's frozen, I don't think it's me this time. Nick, yeah, at least the PC didn't crash this time. AP, I'm fine, thank you. I'd be much better if my network didn't keep dropping. The VAT map has me hovering over the channel. Maybe. So Paul, how do you reset the McDo if you do a turnaround? It should do it automatically once you land, I think. Okay, so whilst the aircraft is descending, let's get the weather data plugged into the approach page. QNH 1033, that's high. 1033. 1033. And temperature is -3. Right, I'll come back to that in a minute. Wind 120 at 05, 120 at 5, and the transition altitude is 5,000 feet. Key that in. Yeah, the screens are turned off for the first officer just because it saves on the frame rates. Right, so our minimum descent altitude published is 477. It is, however, very cold, so I'm going to add 20 feet to that. So 497. There we go. Yeah, the other thing about the first officer displays, of course, is, remember, not only is it rendering the first officer's displays, but thanks to fly-by-wire, they now actually work independently of the captain's displays. So you can turn them on, have different displays. So if I just turn on the navigation screen there, look, so these actually work completely independently of the captain's displays, which is great, but it does hog resources, so we'll just turn them off. East Perthley? No, we'll get there in time. I'm not diverting now. Definitely not diverting now. Okay, so essentially, as you can now see here on the navigation display, we hit Benar, we make the left turn, and then we actually come back up, and this is the ILS intercept track just here. So here we intercept the ILS to the airport, which is just there on runway 7. It'll be an ILS approach. I believe the weather, we should have had clear skies. Nothing wrong there. Excuse me. Yeah, Mark 456. Yeah, just turn it off. and as I say, it should save you some frame rates. Alright, there's a couple of speed restrictions as well. At Benar we need to be a maximum of 280 knots, and then Sotib, obviously at 10,000 feet, 250 knots. What's it looking like outside? I've still got thick cloud here. So, let's get the de-icing on. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now beginning our descent into Paris. Please help the cabin crew and assist them in clearing away your tray tables and any rubbish in the bags provided. We should have you on the ground very shortly. And if my internet holds out, you'll also be able to witness the landing. We're coming in low under the radar, Stevie G. bit Dan Busker-esque. So I'm just double checking. Yeah, we've got no air traffic control. No air traffic control with us for this. That's sad. Never mind. The rapper, would I change the flight plan? In which way? Oh, I see. Sorry. Quick question. When you create a flight plan on SimReef, the flight plan will sometimes tell you to fly direct to a waypoint. However, when you import a Navigraph, Red Navigraph recommends a SID. If you're flying on VATSIM, then I would obviously always use the SID if that's given to me by air traffic control. If I'm not flying in VATSIM, I guess you could just fly direct to the waypoint if you wish. Oh, Nicola! How wonderful of you to bring that up, because I'm going to earn you a gold star here. Minimum descent altitude MDA is 477. Look at the MDA that we have set, my friend. So the published is 477, and you're right, we've already corrected. Do I get a gold star in your class? How far are we away? 23 miles away from Bossa. Need to start slowing down. Okay. So there I'm at 3 minutes. We really need to get down, don't we? Tom B, will VNAV be able to incorporate these speed restrictions soon automatically as well as top of descent? If left in managed mode, yes, Tom, they should do. The real aircraft does. Nick Burrows, is that question why regarding the temperature and the change of the MDA from the published? Basically, if that was the question, when it's very cold, there's a chart somewhere, but basically down to -10 the altimeter underreads. So if we were actually at 477 on the altimeter, we could actually be at 457. It underreads by 20 feet, so we add 20 feet to our MDA. I hope that made sense. Stevie G, you bet the French are on strike. Yeah, possibly. Very possibly. Can I change to knots now? Actually, I can change to knots, so that's good. So yeah, we want to be 280 knots max at Benar. It's gone dark very quick, hasn't it? I bet we're in the... We must be in that cloud bank. Just watching those engines spooling up again. That's a sort of bug. It's because we're not in open descent or managed mode for the descent. We're in VS speed. So I just need to keep an eye on that. Fingers crossed, guys, this internet's holding out for you now. Okay, so once we land on runway 07, it will be a vacate left, most likely on Whiskey 33, then a left turn again via Whiskey 31. I don't think we'll be vacating before the shorter runway on Whiskey 4. We'll see. Well, we shall see. Just realised the internet went down when I put the heater on, didn't it? I wonder if the two are connected. I very much doubt that, of course. Ah, East Birdsley, you say that, but what about those crazy spikes? Oh, actually, look, I can see the ground. I can actually see the ground. Someone's nicked my coffee cup, guys. Look, the coffee cup's not in the dev version just yet, in the experimental version just yet. What a great little thing that is that they've put in. Crazy, isn't it? Okay, we'll get the seatbelts on and that high QNH of 1033. Just going to double check that. It was 1033, wasn't it? Yeah, 1033. Check our RadNav page is correct as well. It should be. We have got 108.15 RadNav 10815. We'll also put the Papa Oscar Yankee into the VOR bank in case we need that as well. So that's perfect, coming up at 13,000 feet. Just in time at Bernal. That wasn't a bad profile at all. That got us down nicely. We're also at the correct speed. Oh, Mark, I'm about to go past 10,000 feet. It'll be sterile cockpit in a moment. Okay, well, we have to be at 10,000 feet at Odillo, which is, have a look at the navigation display. So Odillo is just there. In fact, I could probably turn on the constraints if I click those on. There you go. Yeah, so you see, this is where the constraints actually fail in Microsoft Flight Sim. Oh, look, you've got a little minus sign there. It's telling you need to be below flight level 130 at Bernal. That is not true. If you have the Navigraph charts, you can actually see you want to be exactly at flight level 130, not below it. Right, so Nicola, if you have a quick look at the RadNav. Yeah, so what I can't do is on the prog page, I can't put the distance bearing in there for that. You can only type in the frequencies and identifiers as well. For some reason, I popped in the identifier there for the for nav for the VOR1. Don't know why that hasn't populated. Golf Mike Romeo Echo, runway 7 is not used a lot to land unless runway 6 is closed. I have no local knowledge of Orly, I'm afraid, so I'm purely going on the SimBrief flight plan. Okay, so we can start that steady descent now down to 10,000 feet. It's not going to take us too long to get there. So very steady descent. 500 feet per minute. Andy, the dial below the plane registration, do you mean this? It's basically a standby horizontal situation indicator. It's also got airspeed and of course your altitude, which, as you'll notice at the moment, is reading almost about 500-600 feet difference, because this one is selected on the local pressure. I haven't yet selected the main one to local pressure. So we're already descended to 10,000 feet, transition altitude 5,000 feet. Okay, let's start rolling speed back to 250 knots. Yeah, I've just had a look at the ground charts, Romeo Echo, and it is. Unless I do the world's greatest landing and use max auto brakes, I don't think I'm getting off anytime soon. So yeah, runway 6 is definitely better. You just take one of the rapid exit taxiways on the right hand side, don't you? So never mind, never mind. I was hoping there'd be air traffic control on line when we got here. May have even given us a better runway for landing, but I'll take runway 7. We've planned for it now. So, Golf Mike Romeo Echo. You don't have to answer the question, but real world pilot, yes, no? For next time. Ah, when will next time be? When will next time be? Well, departing will most likely be on Tuesday. No stream tomorrow, guys. It is Valentine's Day. Simon Smith, you are correct. Decision height is used for auto lands, which is usually Cat 2 and Cat 3. Romeo Echo, fair enough. You just have good local knowledge. That's fine. Okay, so once we passed Sotip at 10,000 feet, continue the descent down to the platform altitude of 3,000 feet. Aviator Adam, should you always use MDA when not auto landing? Yes, that is correct. Hey, Yorkshire Pud, less of the old. In fact, less of the romantic as well. We do have 4 kids. That's long out the window. Capsat, am I on live weather? Yes, I am. Yes. We weren't on live time. We set off in the daylight. But obviously, as you can see, we're arriving at night time, so what difference does that make? It's now night time in the real world, just as it is in the simulator. Okay, so we'll make that left-hand turn coming up. Steve G, you didn't see me transfer the Tropo from the OFP to the McDo. Honestly, I just didn't tonight. I was trying to just be a little bit quick on the setup, so the stream didn't end too late. Okay, so here comes that left-hand turn that we were expecting. There we go. And we'll be at Sotib in about a minute or so, so that's getting us down to the level that we wanted to be at. Flight level 250. Flight time, am I on VATSIM? I am indeed on VATSIM. So running the approach checklist, then minimums are set. Engine mode select norm, and my electronic flight bag is all set and prepared. So we're below the cloud base now. We can also get rid of the anti-ice. Okay, so aircraft was just doing something daft there, as you could see. Going to one of these daft user points. However many miles away is that? 484 miles away. That's not right, is it? So let's jump to the flight plan. And oh, it's taking me right back to the start of the flight. How very nice of it. Don't have to worry about these things in real life, do we? What on earth does that mean? Why is my nanan in the flight computer? Okay. Do you know what? I can, how annoying. let's go direct to PO64. Plonk that in. And we need to start that descent up to 3,000 feet. Again, not too fast. That descent started. I'm going to start rolling back the speed a little bit as well. Well guys, I've never seen Nanan in my flight computer. Ever. So, how very strange that is. Never mind. GG, I'm not quite understanding that question, my friend. What's the start to counter? Just direct to the following waypoint. Well, basically, yeah, we just had an issue there where the autopilot decided to do its own thing. So we just reset that by going direct to, as you say, direct to the next waypoint that we were expecting. So I want to be down at about 3,000 feet by the time we get to there. So we're at Papa Oscar 604, 30 miles away from our ILS intercept. DT297. Thank you for joining us. (8,000 feet). As we're now going down to our altitude rather than a flight level. Set QNH. We'll pass the decel point in a moment as well. Scandi 941, good evening, my friend. (8,000 feet). Paris Orly traffic, Easy 34 Alpha Mike is 40 miles to the southwest to land runway 07. So quick call on Unicom, let anyone else know. The rapper, you made a rookie mistake today when you didn't lower the gears when landing. I'm not even sure a rookie would make that mistake. Right, we'll get some flaps out in a moment. Aircraft is now just turning to Pepod. No, you're not. Okay, so this is the point where we go and say, right, let's ignore the flight management computer. Let's fly in heading mode, and we'll control things from here. Thank you very much. You know, I know people prefer me to fly at during the day just because the sim looks pretty, but how nice does it look outside? You've got to admit. Great job. Looks beautiful. So Nick, we got no traffic in the vicinity. That's good. Chibu, you didn't gear up after takeoff and wondering why my aircraft won't gain speed or altitude. Yeah, that would do it. So Nick, no traffic in the vicinity. Am I all on my own? Oh well. If it goes wrong, I'm not going to upset anybody then, am I? Okay, so let's just check. We're in the approach phase, so manage speed selected. Flight plan sequencing looks good, however we're not actually touching that. Let's just start to roll that speed back. We'll use a bit of air brakes, spoilers to get back to green dot speed. And turn that landing system on. It's not quite populated just yet on the primary flight display. Won't be long until it does. That straight in front of us, guys, looks like it could be our airport. Actually, is it? You've obviously got Charles de Gaulle as well. It could be, looking at the runway orientation. That could be right. So 25 miles away, the ILS details has just populated. That's nice. Paul, that's cheating. Paul Stockton. Using the FS2 crew so the co-pilot does the gears. Yeah, Yorkshire Pud, that's probably because the aircraft's covered in ice. He wants de-icing. Scandi 941, thank you very much, sir, for your lovely and kind contribution. Always appreciated. Thank you very, very much, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we're at the platform altitude now. 10 miles away from ILS intercept. We'll turn the lock on at the moment. Radio altimeter is alive. So, flaps 1. Let's begin configuring. Watch for that balloon in a moment, which shouldn't really happen at flaps 1. I've noticed recently that this has been getting worse and worse, that balloon. Didn't used to be as bad as that. Get us back down to the platform. Here we go. Alright, let's turn lock mode on. So there we go, lock blue. Do you know what, I've armed that too soon for the simulator. Realistically, you should just be able to turn that on. The aircraft will continue to fly in a straight line and it will intercept the localizer. Not in Flight Sim 2020. You arm it too soon, it almost seems to bounce off the signal. So sometimes it's worth even waiting until you start to see the magenta diamond down here starting to move across, which again isn't realistic. But new guy, you are quite right. It's actually on the checklist. Turn the phone off. It's alright, I'm not looking at it. Concentrating on you guys. And flying the aircraft, of course. Thought I'd turned all of those off. Just got a little ECAM message there reminding me. So radio altimeter is alive. Brandon Chung, we've passed the initial approach fix, so hopefully that won't happen. There's our landing runway just there. So I am going to wait just until I see this magenta diamond start to move across on the primary flight display. We'll then hit the lock button. Chubby, it is worth, if you know you've got a frequency change coming up straight after departure, make sure that you've got that in the standby. Okay, so ILS glides localizer alive, and that's localizer captured. And we should be intercepting at about 8.6 miles. As you can see, it's down there. So we're currently at 11.2, and yeah, 8.6, that should get it. Yeah, supposedly that was quite smooth. It's making sure you do it not too soon, as you saw what was happening when I did turn it on too soon. Again, not too soon for the real aircraft, but too soon for Microsoft Flight Sim. That crosswind can do one. Okay, glide slope is alive. Approach mode armed. Terrain has become a little higher here, so we've just lost the radio altimeter. And glide slope blue, glide slope captured. Okay, so flaps 2. That worked alright, didn't it? I said 8.6 miles, that was almost bang on. A little bit of a crosswind to contend with here, looking at this. Nice evening lights of Paris, there we are. Okay, 6.5 miles out, so let's get our landing gear down. Auto brake not required. And let's get the landing lights. Why weren't the landing lights on at 10,000 feet? I thought they were. There we go. I'm going to turn off the dome lights as well now. Flaps 3. Final call to the cabin. Spoilers armed and flaps full. Oh, that wind's picked up a little bit compared to what I was anticipating, but never mind. We get to see how the crosswind landing works, don't we? Okay. Autopilot off. I have control. 1,000 feet. Don't know if you guys can tell from the track of the aeroplane, but we are slightly crabbing into that wind. Glide slope and pappies are agreeing for a change, so that's nice. 500. Approach stable. 400. Those lights blinding me on approach, so that's a great touch. Continue. Now those winds have dropped off quite nicely now.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
And reversers on. 100 knots. $80 knots. There's that runway we were expecting to cross. Reversers off, and it is our next left. Presuming, of course, we actually have a taxi light. I would imagine it's that one there, and if it's not, we may just roll out to the end of the runway anyway. We've said before, haven't we, guys, that the nighttime lighting on default airports isn't the best. So, yeah, I should have seen a taxiway lit up, Whiskey 3-3, but never mind, we'll roll to the end. Flaps up, spoilers retracted. Oh, onto the threshold of runway 25. Oh, this is going to be a nice long taxi back. Never mind. Never mind. If you like the landing, guys, do me a favour if you haven't already. Hit the like button for the stream. Really appreciate that if you could. Okay, so left hand taxi off the runway just here. Yeah, so if it had been daytime, I'm pretty certain we'd have seen a taxiway much sooner than that. In fact, I've not even seen any stop bars just here. They are here according to the ground charts. Let's see if we can find one. If not, we'll just configure in a moment. Romeo Echo, is that a close parking stand? I can't see any stop bars, but we're well clear of the runway, so let's just configure that here. So TCAS can come off, the weather radar can come off, as can the wind shear. We can start our APU, we can turn off the landing lights, we can turn off the strobe lights, and of course the runway turn off lights as well. APU is started. Gravel taxiway. It looks like it, doesn't it? So we're basically going to continue this taxi all the way back, crossing runway 20, and then the terminal should just be on the left hand side. Romeo Echo, there's a good chance I will not be parking in the correct parking stands this evening. It has just gone at 11 PM here in the UK. Tomby, you're very welcome. Thank you to everyone who has donated and contributed throughout the flight, either here on YouTube with super chats and super stickers, and also on using the PayPal link as well. So Romeo Echo, it's the opposite side of where... Oh yeah, I can see that now. No, I'm not taxiing all that far. Zephyr, you got this Jetstream seat. Yeah, I have seen that. I have seen that. Lewis Aviation, good evening. What have you missed? You've missed the world's worst internet connection, but aside from that, not too much. Mark 456, glad you've learned some things as well, my friend. Lewis Aviation, what update? It never happened. We were all prepped for it to come on Thursday, and it's now on Tuesday. So what's to come next then, guys, on the EasyJet Flight Sim channel? Right, well, okay, as I said, there is no live stream tomorrow. Very sorry, guys, but Valentine's Day. No live stream tomorrow, so I'm going to spend the day instead arguing with my kids and wishing I was here instead. And then on Monday, it is Mileage Monday. Okay, and I've been thinking about this. Mileage Monday, we may do something a little bit special. So we normally start nice and early, given the length of the flight that we do. We are currently taking our... just checking we've got no traffic. We're currently taking our Qantas aircraft to Sydney after leaving the Airbus factory in Hamburg. Where am I going here? Over there somewhere, I think. In fact, we'll just carry on straight for the moment, and then we'll take one of these taxiways on the right. So we are currently in Jakarta. We're currently in Jakarta. And then, following the flight last Monday, where we landed in Jakarta, we shall be continuing. Now, I've been thinking about this. Do we do another leg before Sydney, or do we go straight from Jakarta to Sydney? Well, what I am currently planning, this may change, I will let you all know in the Discord channel for those of you that are in there. However, what I am currently looking at doing, where is my taxi line? There it is. What I'm currently thinking is, instead of starting too late, too early like we always do to get a nice early streaming, I'm probably going to look to start in the afternoon on Monday. Start in the afternoon, and we will land probably about 10 p.m. Zulu time. So that's here in the UK, 10 p.m. Zulu time, which of course then in Sydney will be the morning. So I'll have a nice morning landing in Sydney, all using real time, of course. So I'm thinking that's what we're going to do. We're going to start our long haul Monday flight in the afternoon on Monday, and we'll be doing it that way. I'm going to have to take one of these gates here on the right hand side. I was just looking for one that had something lit up, but I don't think we're going to get anything, are we? So we'll just make a right hand bank and hope for the best. So yeah, I think that's what's going to happen on Monday. It will be a mileage Monday start in the afternoon, flying on live time, so we'll depart Jakarta at probably something like 3 a.m. local time, and then we shall be arriving in Sydney Tuesday morning their local time, but for us Monday evening. So hope you guys are with me for that. And then on Tuesday we will be back here in Orly flying our EasyJet aircraft, which we have just taxied in. Alright guys, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this evening's flight into Paris Orly. Forgot to turn the taxi lights off, but never mind, we've not blinded anyone because there's no one here. APU is started. Let's get those taxi lights off and disconnect engine 1 and engine 2. Logbook will come up in a moment, I'm sure. So if you haven't already, please do hit the like for the stream, the like button on the stream. If you haven't already, please also consider subscribing to the channel and turn on the notifications as well for notifications of the live stream starting, and of course more tutorials to come. I look forward to seeing you all again on Monday for the final part of our long-haul Monday Airbus delivery flights. Really looking forward to getting into Sydney on Monday evening. So we'll probably be arriving in Sydney, as I say, around 10 p.m. Zulu time. So that will be departing roughly around 3 p.m. Zulu time. From Jakarta. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there for tonight. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all again very soon. One last shout out and thank you to those that donate to the stream, either via the super chat, super stickers, or the PayPal link. Very, very much appreciated, all of you. Thanks very much guys. I shall see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.